Yes, it is. It is a very good film. I was reluctant to agree for a long time. Then he came to me and he said, Werner, if you fail to move this big steamship over the mountain in the jungle, then at least we'll have some sort of documentation about the effort. And I had the feeling, yeah, he may be right. Although it's a wonderful film, it gave me a lot of trouble. In one moment in the film, I mention after turmoil, after trials and tribulations, and after whatever, everything that could happen in a film, or that normally doesn't happen on a film.
People have lost their lives. People have been in a plane crash, and 5 of them in critical condition.
We had 2 plane crashes. We ran into a border war between Peru and Ecuador. A camp for 1,100 people that I had built in the jungle was attacked and burned to the ground. My leading actor, Jason Robards, became ill after halfway shooting, and I had to start all over again. So it's... And at one point in exasperation, I said I should rather book myself a room in a lunatic asylum after I'm done.
Nature here is vile and base, fornication and asphyxiation and choking.
It's probably not worthwhile. People even lost their lives. He cuts at that moment. And for a decade, people said to me, how can you make films where you push for the sake of a goddamn film? How can you push the people into their own death? And I said, well, this is a misconception because of Les Blanc's film. Because in the next breath, I explain that we treated 1,400 cases in our field hospital, and an old woman died from anemia. And I mentioned that 2 young men had stolen one of our well-chained canoes, dugout canoes, capsized, and one of them drowned. And this gives a wrong perspective. And I have gotten a lot of, for at least a decade, until today, sometimes you sense a shadow hovering over me, but I have to live with it. And both Fitzcarraldo and, I would say, Burden of Dreams, and a book that I published, Conquest of the Useless, are independently very, very fine examples of literature, of documentary filmmaking and feature filmmaking, and in a way the 3 elements complement each other. So I'm glad his film exists.